Well, hello everybody and welcome back to part 5 of Mille City, the vanilla city speed build that I'm doing over on Instagram and TikTok. And today we're really finishing off this one square city that we've been building. We're developing out the last bit of kind of available land that we have. So making it a bit different, putting in some unique buildings, mixing up the specialties, you know, the themes that we're building with in each area. Lots of high density, lots of services in this area to get the land value up. And I think this has turned out to be a really cool area. And now we're just going to extend our tram line. So we currently only have the one tram line kind of running up and down the city, but now we can kind of run it through the new area and also extend up into this high density area we have up here. And then we can add another line that kind of runs through this new area along with this old area a little bit, and then diagonally up into the other high density area. And now we've got a tram line that connects the two densest areas of the city. We'll adjust the number of trams on the line, and now we're going to jump into it, enjoy the ride, have a rest from my voice for a few minutes, and see what sights you can spot in our bustling little city we've got going on here. So I think that was pretty cool, quite enjoyed that. So now that the land's all full, we've got to make the most of what we've got. So I'm doing something terrible here, something I certainly wouldn't recommend you normally do in a city, but I'm dezoning all of my low density residential and replacing it with high density residential. So this isn't a good idea at all normally, but I just want to see how much population I can get into the city here. I'm also replacing some industry with offices. I'm going to keep the majority of the commercial low density because it's much less noisy, and we'll just see how that fills out. And in the spirit of improving the city, let's get rid of some of this pollution. So we're going to replace our electricity supply with green, eco-friendly alternatives, get rid of those coal power plants. Still not quite got enough and the budget's all the way up, so a few more and a solar plant will work really well there. And then we can improve the sewage area. Now we've got access to the eco sewage outlets, so we can put those in there, and you can see plenty of sewage. And I think it's about time we had a more comprehensive water collection system rather than just 6 or 7 water towers placed down together. So here, I actually forgot to press record on this episode. I spent a bit of time detailing all of the parks we have in the city. So here's just a quick flyover, filling in some spaces really, just making the city feel a bit more complete. And I was quite happy with how most of them turned out, especially around this park area. Yeah, and you know, the city is really starting to look finished now, which I'm really quite happy with. So the last thing I want to do is, I think it's about time we add in a metro underground network to the city. This will really help people get around. It will ease the pressure on our bus lines. It will ease the pressure on traffic. And yeah, I think this will be a great addition. So I'm just creating kind of a loop around the city. And then I think this is a good idea because this is always going to be kind of the downtown heart of the city. So as the city grows and we buy more squares, we can just extend off this loop and that will always be there. And now it's finally time to buy a new square. So I put it out on a vote at the time over on Instagram, and you voted for me to choose this square. So now I'm just improving this intersection, making it a bit more realistic, adding a roundabout in, a bit more realistic if you're in England at least. We love a roundabout like that. And then we're going to lay out the main road networks for this new square. So we're not just going to build a grid over here. So we've got the main network there, and I'm extending the tram line because eventually we're going to build a train station down the bottom there, and the tram line will connect up with it. So we're going to use natural resources kind of things to decide our road layout. So we were just following the fertile land there as the layout for that road. Another intersection here will be good because we are going to build a farm industry in that fertile land, and this will be kind of a highway connection for importing, exporting, getting around the city nice and easy. And let's not, of course, forget lane mathematics. And then we'll just link that up. So that's looking pretty good. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time where we'll continue to expand this new area.